Traditionally, conceptualizing a room layout and drafting the initial mock-ups took weeks of manual labor. Now you can generate photorealistic options in mere hours. To execute this, you do not need to know 3D modeling yet. You simply need a standard computer, an interest in design, and access to basic generative AI tools. This timeline shows our 12-week Tier 1 foundation roadmap. We break this process down into 4 specific modules that take you from a complete beginner to an AI-equipped designer. When you can produce more iterations in an afternoon than a traditional studio can in a week, the standard for a professional consultation shifts. This roadmap moves your starting line to this higher level of output, establishing a new baseline for competing in the industry. Module 1 covers weeks 1 and 2. We focus entirely on human-led design principles, specifically mastering scale, proportion, and color theory. A common mistake is relying on an image generator before understanding space planning and ergonomics. If you don't know the rules of a mid-century modern or industrial layout, the software cannot make those structural decisions for you. You also need to learn manual material selection. Coordinating hardwood flooring, textiles, and finishes in a physical space requires a human eye to ensure durability and aesthetic harmony. The designer is the pilot, the AI is the engine. Without an understanding of structural reality, the software will output designs that are physically impossible to build. In weeks 3 and 4, we start using the engine. Module 2 introduces prompt engineering, where you use explicit commands to control the output rather than using vague terms. This interface shows the first step. You start by asking a text-based AI to write a highly specific, professional design brief for your target space. You then extract the key descriptive words from that brief and feed them into a visual generation tool. This comparison shows the result. Instead of sketching one layout, the software generates 5 distinct, photorealistic variations of the room to establish your mood board. When doing this professionally, you must monitor copyright boundaries and the ethical use of generative models in creative industries. By starting with text and instantly generating visual variations, you eliminate blank page syndrome. You can iterate concepts as fast as you can think of them before committing to a final layout. Module 3 spans weeks 5 through 7. Here, we move away from generating flat 2D inspirational images and start building actual, navigable 3D spaces. This gray box model locks in scale and tests tressing flow. Next, AI rendering tools instantly generate high-resolution wood floors, fabrics, and walls over that geometry. Finally, AI plugins calculate complex lighting, simulating dynamic shadows and realistic golden hour sunlight. Mastering this sequence separates amateur prompt typists from working professionals. It proves your concepts are mathematically accurate and ready for client delivery. In our final month, weeks 8 through 12, Module 4 focuses on applying this hybrid workflow to real-world scenarios. You will tackle specialized challenges like master bedrooms, bathrooms, and small space optimization. The final trap is handing a client a folder of raw, disconnected AI images. They need a cohesive structural plan they can actually execute. This is your capstone project. You will design a full residential home and compile a delivery package, mapping a 2D floor plan directly to AI-enhanced 3D renderings and furniture specifications. You must ground these visuals in reality by including accurate budget estimates and viable material sourcing options. Clients pay for the certainty in execution of a structurally sound home. This capstone proves you can deliver that using an AI-integrated workflow. Completing this 12-week roadmap earns you the status of a Tier 1 certified AI-enhanced designer. You now have the capability to execute complete residential projects in a fraction of the time it takes a traditional beginner. The next step is our 6-month Tier 2 curriculum. Here, you scale these skills up to handle massive commercial, hospitality, and retail spaces using integrated multi-AI workflows. After that, the 12-month Tier 3 Expert Mastery curriculum covers advanced industry practices like firm scaling, virtual reality presentations, and building information modeling. To start your Tier 1 journey, open the description, copy the 20 research sources we've linked, and paste them into Notebook LM to generate your own personalized study guide. Integrating AI into your practice gives you a direct path from a conceptual prompt to a buildable technical specification. You are using these tools to bridge the gap between digital ideation and the physical execution of actual rooms.